Hey everybody, here to introduce a new concept to you. This concept is called the Lewis dot structure. Alright, so the Lewis dot structure is very similar to the Bohr model. It's kind of like a super simple version of the Bohr model. Alright, so let's type out like just exactly what a Lewis dot structure is. These are my Bohr model notes, so let's go over here. So a Lewis dot structure shows us the valence electrons on an atom. So in a Bohr model, we see all the electrons. In a Lewis dot structure, we only see valence electrons. That's the big difference. So the easiest way to learn what a Lewis dot structure is to just see one get made. So to make Lewis dot structures, the easiest way to start is to first look at a Bohr model. So I'm going to draw a Bohr model for lithium following these same steps as we've been using. Start with the nucleus. So let's go ahead and insert a nucleus. Just a dot, right? Make it a different color, just so that we know it's the nucleus. Perhaps we'll make it red. Alright, so there's our nucleus in red. Now we want our energy levels as rings. So I know lithium is going to get 2 rings because it's right over here, and 1, 2. Not going to spend a lot of time on that in this video because this video is about Lewis dot structures. If you're confused about Bohr models, please go watch the Bohr model video. So, there's my first ring. There's my second ring. So I've got a nucleus, I've got 2 rings. Now I need to draw the electrons as dots. Let's go ahead and do that. I am just going to say I want like a pen. And I'll make it a little thicker. We're going to add our electrons. I know that lithium has an atomic number of 3, so it's going to get 3 electrons. I know that 2 fit on my first ring, always 2, and 1 goes on my outer ring. So looking at that Bohr model of lithium, how many valence electrons does it have? Hopefully you said 1, because there is only 1 electron on this most outside ring. So here is how we make a Lewis dot structure. It's really, really straightforward. Are you ready? We're going to go ahead and we're going to write the atomic symbol, which for lithium is Li. Make it bigger. Okay. And then I'm going to add only the valence electrons surrounding this. So Li, and it gets 1 valence electron, so I'm going to just put a valence electron. It's done. That's what a Lewis dot structure looks like for lithium. Let's do one more in this video, maybe one that's a little more complicated. So let's say we want to do a Lewis dot structure for dry Bohr model and Lewis dot structure for, I don't know, let's do oxygen, which has the letter O for its element symbol. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Gonna follow my steps for Bohr models first. I need a nucleus, which I'm just gonna draw as a red circle. Great. Now I need 1, 2 rings, which I'm just going to make circles for again. So there's 1. And here's 2. Alright, got the start of my Bohr model for oxygen now. I see oxygen has an atomic number of 8, so oxygen needs 8 total electrons. Let's go ahead, put those on there. I know 2 electrons go on my first ring, and no more. It fills up after 2 and I work my way out. I've got 8 total. 8 minus 2 is 6. So I need 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Let's really quick do our Lewis structure. Not going to be anything too crazy. We're going to just put our element symbol, which is just that letter or 2 letters that represent it. Make this big again. Alright, and now I need to put only the valence electrons. So I'm not putting 8 dots around this oxygen. I'm only putting however many dots were on the valence shell, this most outside shell, which I can see right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go ahead and put those dots on the Lewis structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now you've got a Lewis structure for oxygen. So basically, you are just taking valence electrons. Oops, that's not a highlighter. Valence electrons. Let's see, what's a highlighter? There's one. Alright, so the most outside shell is valence electrons, right? I'm really bad at highlighting, apparently. So I just took those valence electrons, and I brought them over here. And I put them around the element symbol, which I got from the periodic table. I did the same thing with lithium. Only 1 valence electron on that outside shell. I took it, and I brought it over to lithium. That's it. That's the whole thing with Lewis dot structures. You're just showing valence electrons.